morning, students. My name is Mrs. Mercado, and I am going to be your instructor for the summer course, Summer 1. Okay? This is going to be a short orientation of the class. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start you off by how to log in into my course. Okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to log in into your Blackboard. Okay? By now, you should already have access to your Blackboard. You should have your user and password. Okay? So this is going to basically be an orientation on how to use Blackboard, how the course is structured, and how to be able to access the resources that we're going to be needing for the class in Cengage now. Okay? It's not going to cover everything in detail. You still have to go in there and review a lot of the information because I don't want to bore you with just me talking for hours and hours. But I will highlight key information that is essential for you to be able to learn and navigate through the course. Okay? Now this is a summer class, which means you're going to have approximately 4.5 weeks of instructional time. So it is a very fast-paced class, and it is important and critical that you get up to speed and start downloading all of the necessary resources and start working on your assignments immediately. Okay? There is no waiting time during the summer because we don't have that time to be able to become comfortable. So that's why I'm doing this little short orientation. That way I let you know this is what is required of you, this is how you log in, this is what you need to do, so you can have a better idea and be able to just log in, do what you need to do, and get started on all of your assignments. Okay? So the first thing you need to do is you're going to go into your South Texas webpage, and you're going to go into the Blackboard icon. Okay? You're going to go ahead and log in. Now I'm using my home computer. I've already got my credentials saved. But you would have to enter your username and password and log in. Okay? Once you do that, you're going to be redirected into the Blackboard module or platform, and you should have your classes appearing. Okay? Now, what you're seeing here are my classes. These are the classes that I'm offering in the summer. Okay? So you're going to find your specific class in the specific orientation. This is for Introduction to Accounting 1 for Summer 1. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the course that you are interested or you're taking, and that's going to take you into my class. Okay? So now this is what my class setting looks like in Blackboard. Okay? I've set it up very standard, very easy to navigate. That way you don't get confused as to what you need to do. Okay? Now the first area that you're going to be directed to is the Start Here page. Okay? If you see there, you have an image of what I look like. Since this is an online class, I won't be getting to see you face to face. But that's a picture of me. If you see me in the hallways, at school or whatever, or you see me at HB and Walmart, go and say hi to me. It'll be nice to see you. So like I said, I'm Miss Mercado. Usually I have my office in Star Campus. I teach mainly over there. But because it is the summer, I'm only teaching online classes, so I don't actually have an office. I'm not going to be traveling to Rio Grande, just to have office hours. So my office hours are online. Okay? So if you do need to contact me, you would basically be contacting me or communicating with me via Blackboard. Okay? So I do have office hours Monday through Thursday from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Now I do check my Blackboard continuously throughout the day. Usually between 8 in the morning till 5 o'clock, I check my email, my Blackboard and my email. Anytime after that, I usually wait for the following business day. So if you do send me an email or a Blackboard message at 9 o'clock at night, by that time I'm usually asleep or I'm doing other things, so I won't be able to answer you till the following day. Okay, so be a little bit patient with me. Okay. But this is the main information. Now, if you're listening to my orientation, you've already done step number 1, which is listen to my orientation. Okay? Now, under the Start Here tab, you're going to have a lot of several content folders. Okay? The first one that we have, aside from the orientation, is the essential course information. Okay? In here, you're going to find some information about me. Okay? I've been with South Texas College for 5 years now. I teach both face-to-face classes and online classes. Okay, I do have a certificate from South Texas Community College back in the day. I've got an associate's. I've got a bachelor's in accounting. I have a master's in accounting. And I am very happy to say that I am in my last phase of my PhD. I'm currently working on my dissertation. So just like you, I'm a full-time student as well, even during the summer. So I understand it can become a little bit hectic, because tell me about it, I have kids, I have a full-time job, and then I'm a full-time student. You know, I have to stay up really late and do my homework, wake up super early to do my homework. I don't have a life during the weekends. So I understand the challenges, but I understand also that it's very doable if we organize our time, you know, we set our goals and we focus on them, okay? So I do have experience in accounting, also working. I've worked more specifically in the banking industry with emphasis in accounting. I used to supervise and manage the accounting department for a $2.3 billion local bank here. I used to love it. I worked in the banking industry for about 14 years. Prior to that, I also worked for a maquiladora. So I do have hands-on experience. Okay, I'm not one of those instructors that just went to school and started teaching. No. Okay. I worked in industry, and even, you know, whenever I have any extra time, I still go back and I work as a consultant for the bank on special projects. Okay. So I do have experience working. I do know what employers expect of their employees. I used to be responsible for hiring individuals, interviewing them, make sure that I got the what I thought was the most prepared, professional, and you know, an employee that was trainable and would, you know, grow and be of value to the company. Okay, so I do have experience in the HR sector as well. So I try to provide as much information to my students. I want to create well-rounded students, you know, that they know how to be able to communicate. They are good presenters. They're critical thinkers. All of that stuff that is required for when you actually go out there to get a job. Okay, so just like when you have a job, you know, if your boss or your employer tells you, I need a report by a certain date or a certain time, you need to meet deadlines. So do you have to meet deadlines in my class? And that's one of the things I teach, you know, meeting deadlines. Okay? I do not accept late assignments. Okay, I give you clear instructions of when each of my assignments is due. I provide that information to you in Blackboard. I provide that information to you in your syllabus. So students are aware from day number one when each of their assignments are due. Okay, there's no surprises. Everything is outlined. Now, I am a human being and I understand things happen. Okay? If something extraordinary happens to you throughout the semester, you know, you get sick, one of your children gets sick, your parent gets sick, you have a death in the family, you know, something critical happens to where you are not able to keep up, you know, or you have some kind of situation and you need some form of extension, I work with you. Okay? I am an understanding instructor. I know life happens. Okay? And I've had, you know, the worst things happen to some of my best students, you know. So I'm not going to penalize my students because, you know, their father passed away in the middle of the semester and they had to be out for 3-4 days or a week or whatever. Okay? But the key here is that you communicate with me. Okay? If you communicate with me and you work things out together, we make modifications as needed so we can get things done. Okay? So it is very important, you know, even though I have strict policies about assignments that need to be submitted on time or whatever the case might be, if something extraordinary is happening to you in your personal life that's affecting your performance in my class, I need to know. That way I can work with you. Okay? So I do check my emails on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. And I usually respond within 24 hours. Any emails received past 5 p.m., I will not respond to them until the next business day. Okay? It's very important that, you know, you try to communicate with me as early as possible. I do not check my emails on the weekend. Okay? So any emails received or any messages received past 5 p.m. on Friday, I will not answer them until Monday. Okay? I do want my weekend for myself. I do have a lot of homework and I do have children and I do have a life. So I do want to utilize my weekend for my personal being. I'm available Monday through Friday for anything that you need. But the weekend, any questions on the weekend will not be answered till the following Monday. Okay? Your assignments are going to be submitted and they're graded and you'll automatically get your grades. So you shouldn't have any delay unless it's a manual assignment where you have to write an essay or whatever the case might be. But I usually have a very fast grading turnaround time. Okay? So in this particular class, we have 7 objectives. This is what we are expected to learn at the end of the course, okay? So the first one is define accounting terminology, analyze and record business transactions in a manual and computerized environment, complete the accounting cycle, prepare financial statements, apply accounting concepts related to cash and payroll, prepare bank reconciliations, and correct accounting errors. Now, all of these, along with some additional information, this is not all I'm going to be teaching you. I'm going to be teaching you this plus more. Okay, all of this is critical. Okay? It's the foundation of accounting, and you'll be needing this for future accounting courses. So it is imperative that you learn. Okay, this is an online class, so I cannot be monitoring what you're doing outside of my class. If you're cheating, I try to put as many safeguards so students don't cheat, but I can't guarantee it. Okay. Just know that if I find out that you're cheating, you can be expelled from the college, okay? Now, to me, cheating is not really an option. If you are majoring in accounting or in business, you do want to learn this content, okay? Because you are going to be needing this when you go out there into the workforce. So it is important that you learn. Now, having said that, I don't mind students creating groups, study groups, working together on your homework, helping each other. I do not mind. I actually encourage you to do that, okay? 2 brains think better than 1, okay? So if you know several students of the class, or you just want to throw it out there, hey, I'm going to create a study group, you all want to join, I am all for it, okay? Helping each other, keeping each other motivated is awesome, especially for online classes where you don't have the face-to-face interaction with the instructor, okay? And even though it's not a face-to-face class, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me, send me a message. I can schedule a call, or I can do a video, or whatever the case might be, so I can get the message across, okay? Now, here we get to the course structure. I've structured my course on a weekly module, so each week you're going to be assigned specific assignments. My assignments are, for the most part, with the exception of some projects and tests, available from Monday through Sunday. So you'll have 7 days to complete most of your assignments, okay? So, what you are required to do is, before you start any of your assignments, you have to read the chapter, okay? Now, the textbook is awesome. It has great illustrations. It has great examples, okay? Once you log into the actual assignments, some of those problems, which are the most difficult problems, will have short video tutorials on how to complete the problems, okay? So there's a lot of resources within the software that we're going to be utilizing, so you can be able to learn, okay? So you read the chapter, and then you attempt your assignments. You're going to have 2 types of assignments. You're going to have a quiz, and you're going to have a homework. Now, the quiz is multiple choice, fill in the blank, okay? The quiz is timed. You're going to have 60 minutes to complete each quiz and each attempt, okay? And I will always keep the highest grade earned, okay? Now, this is terminology. I want to know if you're understanding what you're reading, okay? Now, your second assignment is your homework, okay? Now, this is an accounting class, okay? In my classes, you don't learn just by reading or by listening, okay? Accounting, you have to do a lot of application, okay? Read, review, apply, and make sure that you understand what you're reading or viewing, okay? So the homework will be hands-on applications, problem solving. We're going to be doing a lot of problems, okay? Now, I don't give busy work. Okay? If I'm giving you a problem, it's because it's important. If it's in your homework, you will be seeing that problem later on in your test, okay? So, it's very important that you complete your homework. It's very important that you complete your quizzes, okay? If you fail to complete your homework or your quiz, after the week closes, I give the answers to the homework and the quiz. If you did not attempt the homework or the quiz, you will not be getting the answers, okay? For you to be able to view the solutions to the homework and the quiz, you need to attempt each question for each of the assignments, okay? So it's very important that you try. It's better that you try and get a 20 or a 30 than you do not try and get a 0, okay? And then you don't even have access to the solutions after the fact, okay? So like I said, the homework and the quizzes, most of the time you have available Monday through Sunday. The assignment closes really late on Sunday. By Monday, you'll have the answers to the homework and the quizzes. Okay, so you can go back and review your homework and your quizzes, see what the correct answer is, see some feedback, and that way you can be able to prepare for your exams, okay? So like I said, I will keep the highest grade for your homework and your quizzes, okay? Then you're going to have some tests, okay? The test will be available in Cengage as well, and you're going to have 2 tries on the test as well. Now every attempt is going to be a different test. Okay? I've created it where each student has a different test. Same concepts, just different test. And every time you make a different attempt, which you have 2 attempts, you will have a different test. Okay? Now the second opportunity is provided. This is an online class. In case you run across any technical issues, you have that second attempt to be able to utilize. Or if you take attempt number 1 and you don't perform very well, you have that second try to improve. Okay? So you've done it once, you've seen what the test looks like. Now you can focus, prepare, and then try test number 2. Okay? And I will always keep the highest grade earned. Okay? I will give you for the exams specific study guides. I will tell you exactly what you need to study. Okay? There is no guessing in my class. Okay? I will tell you, focus on these problems. This is what's going to be on your test. Something very similar to this. Okay? So there is no excuse for you not to be able to prepare. Now this is an online class. I believe that students should utilize the resources. My tests are open notes, open books. Okay? So you have all of the resources available to be able to apply what you've learned and complete your test. Okay? So there's really no excuse for you not to do well in my class. Okay? I prepare you. I give you your homework, your quizzes. I give you the answers to the homework and your quizzes. I give you reviews of what's going to be on your test. Your tests are open notes, open book. You should do awesome in my class. Okay? You will have a project, a semester project that's going to cover the first 6 chapters of the course. And this project is very, very important. It deals with the accounting cycle, which was one of our objectives in the class. Okay? So it's very important that you perform very well on that assignment. You will also have 2 attempts on it. Okay? All assignments need to be completed in Cengage. Okay? So now we're going to go into the textbook. This is the textbook that you're going to be needing. You will also need access to CNOW V2. This is the software or the platform that we're going to be using to complete your homework, your quizzes, your tests, and your projects. Okay? So Cengage does offer an unlimited semester price, which is $119.99 per semester. And what this gives you is access to unlimited textbooks. So if you're taking maybe 3-4 classes in the summer and they're all using Cengage, you just have to pay $119.99 and you'll have access to all 3 or 4 of your classes. Okay? It's a one fee across the board. Okay? So you do need access to the software. With the access of Cengage Unlimited, you will also have access to the electronic book. Okay? Now, if you're old-fashioned like me that need a book, they do offer you a print rental for only $7.99. Now, this is an old edition. This will be the last semester that I utilize College Accounting 22 edition. In the fall, I will be transitioning to the brand new edition, which is the 23rd edition. It is out there in eBay for $20. Okay, if you want a hard copy of the book and you think you might need it for future classes, it's a good investment. Okay, it's not expensive because it's an older edition. A brand new edition just came out, which we're going to start using in the fall. Okay, but the core concepts of accounting will be the same. That does not change. What changes are maybe tax rates and different things here and there, but most of the textbook is very similar. Okay, so this is the information that you're going to need. You can purchase the unlimited access from the publisher, and I will show you how to do that later, or from the bookstore, or from anywhere you want to buy it. Okay, just make sure that you know that it's access to CNOW along with the electronic book. Okay, so I'm going to let you read the guide on etiquette. This is just how you should be communicating online. If you have any technical issues, this is the information for our technical support team. I am not a technician. If you are having issues logging in into Blackboard or whatever the case might be, you need to contact technical services. If you have an issue with maybe a homework assignment not showing up, then you contact me. Okay, I'll try to fix that. Okay. So after you review all of this information, okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the third folder, which is your syllabus and your schedule. Okay. In here you're going to find the syllabus. It's very important that you print it out. I recommend that you have a folder for my class, and you include all of the information from my class so you can stay organized. Okay? So this is the syllabus for my class. It has all of the important information, what we're going to be learning, how you're going to be assessed, okay, the textbook information, and the grading. Okay, this is very important. Okay, how am I going to grade you? Okay? I grade on a 1,000 point scale system. Okay, your homework is worth 250 points. Your semester project is worth 150 points. Your quizzes are worth 100 points. Okay, 500 points are coming from your tests. Okay, that gives you your 1,000 points for the semester. Okay, half of your grade is coming from tests. The other half is coming from your homework, your quizzes, and your project. Okay? And like I said before, I don't give extensions or makeups. If you missed an assignment, you missed it. Unless you have a valid excuse and you communicate with me timely. Okay? And this timely means it's happening now. I've had students, wait till the very last day of the semester and say, well, miss, 8 weeks ago I was in the hospital. Okay? Well, why did you not communicate with me 8 weeks ago? Okay? Why are you communicating with me now? Okay? You need to let me know as soon as possible so we can establish a game plan. Okay? I do not drop students if for whatever reason you need to withdraw from the course. It is your responsibility to withdraw from the course. Okay? I do not drop students. Okay? I'm going to let you all read all of this information for you. If you have any form of disability, if you're pregnant, if you're a retired veteran, there's a lot of information for you here. Okay? The course structure, we already went over that, how we are assessed. Okay? This is just some Q&As, of what students usually ask me. Please make sure that you read through this information as well. Okay? Now we get to the core of the syllabus. Okay? This is your schedule. This is what we're going to be doing during the summer. Okay? So, like I said, there's 5 weeks. Well, more like 4.5, but it crosses to that 5-week timeline. Okay? I tell you on your syllabus exactly what you need to do. Okay? So, for example, on week number 1, you're going to cover chapter 1, 2, and 3. You're going to have a quiz and a homework for each chapter. Okay? Now, the chapters are fairly short, 10, 12 pages, and they have a lot of pictures. Okay? So, it should take you between 30 minutes to an hour to read each of the chapters. It should take you about 30 minutes to complete each of your quizzes and about an hour to complete each of your homeworks. So it is very doable. Now you can do this on the weekend or you can do this during the week, at night. You do your quizzes first, which are very easy, and then you can work on your homework. Okay? That's week number 1. Week number 2, you're going to cover chapters 4, 5, and 6. And you're going to start reviewing for your test. Okay? So your first test is going to cover chapters 1 through 6. I give you exactly here the assignments that need to be completed. All of your assignments need to be completed by Sunday of each week. Okay? So, you're going to read the chapter, you're going to review the PowerPoint presentations included in Blackboard, and then you're going to start working on your assignments. Okay? Week number 3, you're going to take your test. Your test is only going to be available from Monday through Wednesday, so you have 3 days to complete your test. And then for the rest of the week, you're going to work on your comprehensive problem dealing with the accounting cycle. Okay? Week number 4, you're going to cover chapters 7, 8, and 9, dealing with cash and payroll. You're going to complete your assignments. You're going to start reviewing for your final. And then week number 5, you will only have your final exam available between Monday and Tuesday. And we're done with the semester. Okay? Very short and sweet. Right to the point. We're going to cover everything that needs to be covered to meet our objectives. Okay? Now, at the end, I've also included this assignment grading point system. Okay? That way you know how many points you're able to earn a week or by chapter. Okay? So, here it outlines how each of the assignments, your quizzes are worth. Each of your quizzes worth 11 points, with the exception of quiz number 9, that's worth 12. Your homeworks, how each of them is graded. You're going to have 2 tests. Test number 1 and your final, 250 points each, and then your project. Okay? So this is a breakdown of each of the points by chapter, by week. Okay? So that will give you a good understanding of, how the class is structured. Okay? So it's very important. There's a lot of useful information in your syllabus. Please read it and print it. Okay? Now, here it's going to give you some information on how to access Cengage now. Okay, you're going to have some videos. I recommend that you look at the videos and look at the information here. I will go over this how to set up your Cengage account later on. I'm not going to look at the videos with you or complete this information, as I don't want this video to be for hours, okay? But make sure that you review this information. It is very important, okay? Let's see. Okay, this is just the course schedule that I copied and pasted from your syllabus, okay? Here you have your exam information. You're going to have 2 tests. Both of them are going to be online. The dates, the time limit, and what each test will cover, okay? This is your grade point scale. That way you know how the class is structured. Now, if you earn between 900 and 1,000 points, you're going to get an A. If you earn between 800 and 899 points, you get a B. If you earn between 700 and 799 points, you get a C. If you earn between 600 and 699 points, you'll get a D. And any points below 599, you'll get an F. Okay? So this is how the course is structured. Okay? What else do we have? Then we have this folder with the student technical support. This is if you're having issues with Blackboard, you can contact Blackboard Student Help. If you are needing to contact some of the important departments like financial aid, admissions, these are their phone numbers. Okay, so this is just general information. Okay. Now this is a flyer about Cengage and their pricing. So you have various options. You can either buy the access for a semester, which is $119.99. You can buy the access for 1 whole year, which is a very cheap option, actually, $179.99. So what this does is going to give you access for an entire year for any class that utilizes Cengage. And then if you want 2 years, it'll be $239.99. Okay. So this is just some information. Make sure that you review it. Okay. And then this little link right here, this is what we're going to be using to take you to the class. And what I've done is I've linked my Blackboard with my Cengage class. So the only way you can get to your Cengage class or your assignments is through this link. Okay, so you have to click this link, and by you clicking this link, it's going to take you to another area, which is where you're going to be completing your assignments. Okay, so we're going to come back to that in a bit. Okay, first I want to cover everything that we have to cover in Blackboard. Okay, so we've covered the start here. Make sure you review everything under the start here. Then we're going to go to the course content. Okay. Now, every week you're going to have a folder. Now, you're looking at my screen. I'm an instructor, so I have different access than you. But what you're going to be seeing every week, a new folder is going to pop up. Okay? So, in that folder, you're going to select it. So, we're going to start off with week number 1. You're going to click on the folder, and it's going to take you to another area where we're going to go ahead and I provide you an overview of what we're going to cover each of the chapters. Okay? I include what's going to be covered in each of the chapters, the objectives that we have to meet in each of the chapters. Okay? Then in learning activities, this is where you're going to have all of your resources. Okay? So I'm telling you that you need to read chapters 1, 2, and 3, and you have to review the PowerPoints for chapter 1, 2, and 3. You can download, save them, print them, do whatever you need to do. Okay? Once you read the chapter, reviewed your PowerPoint, then you can go into the software. You can complete chapters 1, 2, and 3 assignments. Okay? And the assignments need to be completed by June the 9th at 11 p.m. So I give you the deadline there. Okay? And every week you'll see something similar to this. You're going to see a different folder, okay, with the assignments that you need to complete. Week number 2, you have your test. Okay? So you have a test and you have an accounting cycle problem. Okay? So each of the folders will have different information. Okay? So that's what you're going to be seeing under the course content. You're going to go through each of those folders, but they're going to become available to you on a weekly basis. Okay? Announcements. I will post announcements. If I need to report something or inform the entire class of something, I will post an announcement. You will get notified that I have an announcement posted in my class. That way you can read it. Okay? So that is available. And usually I like to post reminders on Mondays. That way students can see what's going to be happening during that week. Okay. Discussions. We will not be having discussions in this class. It is a summer, and I just want to get right to the point. So we shouldn't have any discussions. Now, what you do have is Blackboard Messages. if you need to contact me, okay, if you have a question, you have a situation, whatever the case may be, you need to contact me. This is where you need to contact me, okay? You're going to create a message. You're going to select the name of the person, in this case myself. You can use it to contact your classmates as well. All of your classmates' names are here. But in this case, if you want to message me, you're going to select my name. You're going to move me over, okay? You're going to put a message here. You're going to put unable to submit assignments. I'm in hospital, okay? That way you can let me know you're in the hospital. You type me a message, let me know what's going on. That way I can communicate with you, okay? So you send me the message and then you just click the submit button. I will get a message notification that you, a student from this class, send me a message, okay? This is the preferred method for you to communicate with me. That way I know that you're from this class and I can have it stored within the system that, you know what, me and you had communication about whatever, okay? Whatever the situation is, okay? That way we can save the information within the actual course itself. So this is something that you would heavily be utilizing, the Blackboard Messages, okay? Then we have my grades. As you're completing all of your assignments, your grades are going to start populating. Okay? Right now I don't have any grades because we haven't done any of the assignments. But once you start completing your grades in Cengage, the grades will automatically be coming into Blackboard and will be populating in here, okay? And then we do have the course evaluation that's going to be done towards the end of the semester. Okay? And I will let you know at that point that the evaluation has been opened. And usually I do give extra credit for students that complete the evaluation. So once I get notified that the evaluations are up and running, I will inform students the evaluations are up. Please complete them. Attach me a screenshot that you've completed my evaluation and I give you extra points. Okay? So that will be towards the end of the semester because evaluations are made available at the end. Okay? Now, here we have an option for Cengage Login. Okay? Here, if you are wanting to go straight to your Chapter 1 quiz, you can just click on it and it'll take you to your quiz. Okay? If you want to do your Chapter 1 homework, it'll take you to your homework. So this is basically just shortcuts for you to be able to access your assignments. Okay? Once you see this little circle with like blue circular motion thing here, whenever you see something like that, what it means is when you click on it, you are going to be transferred out of Blackboard and into Cengage. Okay? So you can be able to complete your assignments. Okay? If you are having issues with Cengage, something's happening, you can always contact their technical support team. Okay? And they can be able to assist you with Cengage questions. Okay? Maybe you can't submit an assignment. Maybe it's kicking you out. Okay? I can't really help you because I don't have access to maintaining the system. But if you are having issues with Cengage, you can always contact me and send a support ticket here. Okay? So this is just shortcuts for you to access Cengage. Okay? Now I'm going to go back to the Start Here tab so I can show you how to get into the actual Cengage course. Okay? I know this is a lot, but I'm just trying to get through as much information as I can. Okay? If after the orientation you have any specific questions that I did not cover, just let me know. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to access the class. Okay? Before I do that, let me change to student view. That way you can see this as a student. This is how you should be seeing my class. Okay? So if you're a student and you are getting ready to open up or establish your account with Cengage, you're going to click this icon and it should redirect you to a different page. Okay, and it is. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay. So here it's telling me, it's welcoming me to the class. It knows it's me somehow, I guess by my Cengage access. Okay. Now it's telling me that I've already used up some of these days. Maybe I had registered before, I don't know. But you should be prompted to open the course and it's going to give you the trial period. So you do have, it says here, 14 days for free. Okay, which is awesome. Before it was 7, now they've moved it to 14. Okay, so you have 14 days, which is half of a semester, to work on this for free. Okay, so you have 14 days to get your financial aid money, to get whatever you need to get to be able to purchase your materials. Okay. If you purchase the access code at the bookstore or online or whatever the case might be, you have a code, you can register the code here. So you're going to select register an access code and you can click it. Okay. Once your trial period ends, or at any point in time, you can choose to buy the access. So let's say, for example, I have 5 days left. I've got money in my bank account. I just got paid, and I want to purchase my Cengage Unlimited. You can just go here to buy from $19.99, and this is what it includes. It includes access to your course, to the ebook, to the free rental, up to 6 subscriptions. It gives you a lot. Okay, so you just click on the buy option, and it's going to tell you what do you want to buy, and then it takes you to your payment options. Okay, you're going to add to the cart. And then it's going to take you to your, submit your payment, okay? So you can go ahead and pay for it, okay? So that's an option if you want to go ahead and do it that way. Oh, and I exited. Okay, let me go back in there. Okay, so you're going to go into the class. In this case, I want to use the free trial period. Okay? I'm not going to purchase it right now. Okay? So if you don't want to purchase it. If you have the code, you enter it here. If you want to purchase, you purchase here. If you just want to use the free trial period for the moment, you just open the course. Okay? And once you open the course, you're going to have several tabs. Okay? You're going to have your assignments. Okay? Right now they're blank because the class has not started. Okay? I'm recording this lecture before the class is starting. Okay? Once this class starts or the semester starts, you're going to start seeing assignments populate. Okay? I'm going to select all assignments. These are all of the assignments that need to be completed during the semester. They have a due date, okay? And they have an available date, okay? So if you notice, they're available to the first day of class, which is June the 3rd, okay? The number of attempts you have and the time that you are allowed, okay? So this will show you all of your assignments. These are the assignments you can take, okay? Because they are scheduled. So you can't just complete all of your assignments in 1 week. No, you have to go on a schedule, okay? And then you have another tab with your grades. Right now, I haven't taken any of the assignments, so they're going to be 0. But as soon as you start completing your assignments, your grades are going to start populating, how long it took you to complete them. A whole bunch of data analytics is going to be provided or available for me so I can know how you're doing. Okay? And then you have your study tools. Okay? In your study tools, you have various options. You're more than free to go ahead and navigate. Maybe you want to study some additional content. You can do study tools there. You're going to select the chapter. So let's say you're doing chapter 3. Okay. There's a puzzle that you can complete. There's some Excel templates. There's some flashcards. There's a glossary that gives you the information of the different words. There's just a lot of information that you can utilize here within the CNAP. You just need to select the chapter that you are wanting to get, and then depending on the chapter that you get is the resources that you have. Okay, the resources might vary. Okay, so let me go back. Okay. So I guess I can't go back. I'm gonna have to go back in here, because I do want to show you how to access your ebook, because that's very important. You need your ebook to be able to read the content and be able to complete your assignments using the electronic book. Okay, so you're going to go to study tools, and then you're going to go to ebook. Okay? And that's going to redirect you to your textbook online. Okay, so here you have your book. Okay, and then you have the different parts of the book. Okay, so they're broken down by part 1, part 2, part 3, and then you have the chapters. Okay, so the first 6 chapters are covered, and these are dealing with accounting for a service business. So if you want to read chapter 1, you can just select chapter 1, and it'll take you to the chapter, the different sections of the chapter. So if you want to learn about job opportunities, it's section 160. You can just go directly to that. Okay. You can navigate using the arrow buttons. Okay, and you have all of this information. If you don't like to read, okay, we have a reader, a read speaker. It reads to you, which is awesome. You can highlight, take notes of the information that you're reading. You know, you can highlight it, do whatever that you need to do. There's a lot of interactive tools available to you here. So this is how you access the textbook. Okay, if you click on the reader,
chapter review. Apply new knowledge. Review questions. 1. Little 1. What is the purpose of the content?
you see, it's reading to you.
Little 1. Identify 4 user groups normally interested in financial information about big business.
So if you are interested in the reader, just click on the reader and it will read the content of each of the pages to you. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to exit this because currently I'm logged in as a student, so you won't be able to see, or I won't be able to see any of the assignments. But I do want to show you how they look like. Okay, so I'm going to go back into my Cengage and I'm going to exit the preview. That way I can log in as an instructor and you can be able to view the assignments. Okay, I can show you how they look like. Okay, so I'm going to log in with my instructor access so you can be able to see what an assignment looks like. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go, and of course this is going to look a little bit different than you because this is instructor view. Okay, but let's say for example you want to look at your quiz. Okay, I'm going to preview the quiz as a student. So this is what you should be looking at. You're going to have instructions. Okay, it's telling you here you have 2 takes on this test. You have 1 hour for each of the takes. Once you click the start button, you have to finish the test. Okay, so these are your quizzes. So you have 60 minutes to complete your quiz. Okay, do not use the back button. Do not leave the assignment open or inactive for more than 2 hours. Do not close the assignment using the browser close tools. When you're getting ready to submit, use the submit button. So just read all of this information. When you're ready, you start the test. Okay. This is what the test is going to look like. It's going to have all of the questions. You have 15 questions. You have the questions here. Okay. You have a calculator, and if you find any issues with the question, you can report the content to the publisher. Okay. So you're going to read the question, and then you're just going to answer. Okay. And I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to be guessing. Okay. So you just move through it. Complete your test. Answer each of the questions. Okay. Make sure you answer each of the questions. That way you can just go ahead and make sure that you get everything done. So you see there's different kinds of questions. There's multiple choice. There's fill in the blanks. Okay. And like I said, don't do this. Okay. You should be reading each of the questions and answering. Okay. Okay. And there's some of them that you have to fill in the blank. Okay. A, B, C, D, E. Okay. I don't know what the answer is because I'm not reading the question. Okay. But you're going to complete each of your questions, okay? And when you're done, with your questions, okay? Of course, this is too fast because I just guessed. But you answer all of your 15 questions. Now I'm done. I've answered them. Now I'm ready to submit my test for grading, okay? After you answer each of the questions, now you have 60 minutes, okay? So you will get a pop-up message that your 60 minutes are up. Okay, make sure that you take your time and you read each of the questions and you complete it slowly. Okay, but when you're ready, you can submit your test for grading. Okay, and it's telling you, are you sure you want to submit it? If you are not sure, you can continue taking the test, or if you're ready, you can just submit for grading. Okay, then you're gonna get your grade. Okay, I did horrible. I got a 14.44 here. Okay, so you get your grade immediately. Okay, so that means it tells you here you have one more try. Okay, you have one more try to take this test. Okay, here you have options. You want to view the test results, or you're gonna want to go back to the test summary. Okay, well, I want to view the test results. Okay, so what this does is it takes you back to your test, and it gives you the wrong answer and the correct answer. Okay, so you can review your work. Okay, so this is what a quiz looks like. It can have multiple choice. It can have fill in the blanks. There's different options of questions. Okay, but they're more terminology based. Okay, now I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna show you what a homework looks like. Okay, I'm gonna show you chapter 2 homework because that's where we get into the problem. Chapter 1 is fairly easy. Okay, so I'm gonna preview the assignment as a student. Okay, now for your homeworks you can take as long as you want. Okay, I do not time the homework. Now, for your homework, if you look down here on the screen, you have 3 check my works. Okay, so you do the problem all at once, okay, and you check your work, and it's gonna go ahead and it's gonna let you know which ones you did right, which ones you did wrong. That way you can make changes to the ones that you got wrong, and then check your work again. So you have 3 check your works before the final submission. Okay, so you have to answer the question and then check your work, and it'll let you know. Now, let's say you started working on your homework, you got through one problem, okay? Then your kid calls you that he needs help with their homework, or that you need to take him to the park, or whatever the case may be. Well, you don't want to leave it open, okay? So what you need to do at that point in time, whatever you've worked on, you're going to save and exit, okay? What that will do is it's going to save your work, and you're going to be able to resume it at a later time, okay? Do not click the submit assignment for grading until you have completed all of the questions. That button, what it will do for you is going to grade your homework, and you only want to do that when it's been fully completed. Okay, so if you want to save it and continue later, you do save and exit. If you want to submit the assignment for grading, then you submit assignment for grading. Okay, you have your check my works down here. It'll check your work. Now up here, it gives you different options, okay? It gives you an ebook, okay? It'll take you to the areas of the ebook that cover this information. So you can go back and reread the information. The show me how. Now, not all of the problems are gonna have this video, but most of them, or a lot of them will, okay? So what this does is if you click on it, show me how, it's gonna take you to a video, and it's gonna give you an example and show you how to complete the problem. Okay, let me play it.
In this exercise, we have the opportunity to analyze the effect of transaction equation. The equation is basically.
So this is kind of like the video that you're going to be getting. Okay, so make sure that you listen to the video. Okay?
Let's try it again.
Okay, let me go back. I don't know why it kicks me out, every time. I can't go back, and I don't know what's going on here, okay? But when you're doing your homework, let me go back into my homework, you are going to have those options, okay? You're going to have the option of the ebook, reading the sections, the video, you have a calculator, okay? If you want to print it, you can print it, okay? Or if you find that there's something wrong with the question, how it's laid out, or something, an answer is incorrect, you can always report the content, okay? So you're going to complete the first problem, check your works, save and exit, and then you're going to go through each of the questions. You see, this one also has a video, okay? So you're going to find some of them have a video, others will not, okay? But take advantage of the resources that are available. Okay? In this particular chapter, all of them have a video, okay? So read first. After you read, review the PowerPoints. After you review the PowerPoints, start working on your assignment. Before you attempt your assignment, if there is a video involved, please listen to the video. Okay, there's a lot of useful information in that video. And then you can give it a try. Okay, you always have 3 tries for each of the questions. Okay, make sure you save your work, and then finally you submit your assignment for grading. So this is what it's going to look like. Okay. I just wanted to show you how your homework is going to be structured. Now, it's very important that you read the instructions very carefully. Don't just go in or dive into the question. They give you specific instructions. So, for example, here, if an amount doesn't require an entry, leave it blank or enter a 0. Okay? So it's asking you what to do. It's telling you what to do. Okay? Once we get further on, we're going to be having rounding. Okay? So it'll tell you round 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places, round to a whole number. Okay, so always read the instructions before you start working on the problem. Okay? So this is what your homework is going to look like. Okay? So I've already covered what your quizzes are going to look like, your homework is going to look like. Your test is very similar in structure. You'll either have multiple choice or questions like this, and you'll have the time allotted. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this out. I'm going to go back to Blackboard. Okay? So I've already covered the course structure. I've already covered how to access Cengage. Make sure that you always go to the Start Here tab and you select this little icon right here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move it a little bit up. That way you have access to it. So whenever you see this icon, that will take you to Cengage. Okay? I'm going to put it back because I need for you to review this information first. Okay? So anytime that you see that icon, you're going to be able to get redirected into Cengage. Okay? Read all of the information, review all of the information. It should take you about 2 hours to become familiar with and set up your account in Cengage. Now, like I said, if you have questions, please message me, okay, through Blackboard. Blackboard Messages right here, okay? I'm here to help you in whatever you need. Now, it's very important, okay, here in my announcements, I went ahead and I included it, okay? If you have a question, I need to know what your question is, okay? Provide me a problem number. Okay, Ms. Mercado, I am working on problem 2.5, okay? My specific question is blah. You know, give me what your question is, okay? This is what I'm trying to do. I want to see you try, okay? And then I will provide feedback, okay? I've had students that tell me, Miss, I don't understand anything, okay? Well, that's kind of impossible. You read, you must understand some of it, okay? So you do need to put some effort into the class, okay? You need to show me that you're trying, okay? So, include the question number on your message. I need a detailed question, okay? This is what my question is. I don't understand how to complete a balance sheet. I am lost in this step, okay? And give me your attempted solution, okay? If you don't show me what you're doing, I can't provide guidance, okay? Refer to your book. Refer to the resources that are provided in Cengage. Refer to the videos that are posted. Give it a try. And then I will let you know, okay, you're doing this wrong, or you're including the liability as an asset, or whatever the case might be, okay? Use your textbook. It has great information, okay? Make sure that you read. Reading is critical, okay? So, if you do have a question, just let me know as soon as possible. Remember, if you don't complete your homework or your quizzes, you will not get the answers to it. So it's very important that you complete them, not only so you can learn, but so you can have as a review for when test time comes along. Okay? I will be posting announcements on a weekly basis, reminding students of their due dates. Okay? So this is basically it for my short orientation. I hope I did not overwhelm you with information. But if you do have questions, like I said before, send me a Blackboard message preferably. If for whatever reason you cannot send me a Blackboard message, you can email me at my STC email and I will answer you there as well. Okay, but I prefer 100% that you send me messages through Blackboard. Okay, that way the information is stored within the actual course. Okay, so that is all for my orientation. Okay. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Just make sure that you keep up with your deadlines, okay? This is only a 5-week course, and I'm sure and confident that you will be doing great, okay? It's very critical that you organize your time accordingly. We only have 5 short weeks. What we usually cover in 16, 17 weeks, we're covering in 5, okay? So expect to be working a lot, okay? But just remember, I'm going to get over and done in 5 weeks, and I can move on to my next class, okay? I wish you all nothing but the best of luck in my class, and I'm here to help you as much as I can, okay? If you have questions, let me know, and let's get started on this great summer one. Thank you.